Hello, my name is Bob Burns. I'm a clinical hypnotist. I'm based in Montrose in Scotland. It's a Saturday afternoon. I've just finished work and I'm doing some other work here. As you can see, I'm knocking down a wall right now. But I wanted to take some time out. I've been asked by some people, some contacts I have in Israel, who asked if I'd like to comment on some of the things that have been happening there recently. The main thing, it's regarding a lady called Natalie Pick, I hope I've pronounced that properly, P-I-K, who has been, for the first time in Israeli's legal history, she's been charged with not having a license to practice clinical hypnosis, without a proper license. And I believe there's been complaints against 9 or 10 other hypnotherapists as well. I believe Natalie Pick has been practicing for about 8 or 9 years. I know there's a goal to prevent the public from being damaged by therapists who don't have a license in Israel. I understand that. But my understanding is Natalie was trained in Australia at I think it's the Academy of Hypnotic Science, which is in Melbourne. We hear good things about that place. We hear that they're well qualified, and someone to come through that training would be a qualified clinical hypnotist, especially with 7, 8, 9 years practice behind her. It seems it took a while before she was actually charged, so someone somewhere knew exactly what they were doing. The reasons why are interesting. I know that the hypnosis law, I think the legislation in 1984, that allows physicians to practice hypnosis in Israel. So you can if you're a doctor, probably a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and I believe even dentists legally can practice that, but clinical hypnotists, they have to get the license from the government itself. And it's an interesting one because the question has to be asked, who trains the hypnotherapists in Israel? It's through the Israeli Health Ministry. Would it be a doctor who trains them? Would it be a psychologist who trains them? Would it be a dentist who trains them for clinical hypnosis? I've no idea. But it's interesting. I mean, here in the UK, a dentist can do hypnosis. Well, anyone can do hypnosis per se. But the interesting thing is that why the government would want to allow a dentist to do hypnosis in Israel and not a trained clinical hypnotist is a beggar's belief. I've just no idea how that could possibly be. I mean, I can get nervous going to see the dentist. I do. And it would be a good thing. I'm a pretty good hypnotist. I suppose it would be a good thing if a dentist hypnotised me to relax. I self-hypnotise as it happens. I do it rather well, but I could understand that. But you know, there's someone outside here right now. We're doing some building work. They're building a wall for me, and I'm quite nervous about that. So it would be interesting if my government stepped in and allowed bricklayers to hypnotise, so that the bricklayer could say to me, and as I place each brick in this wall, it gets stronger and stronger as you relax deeper and deeper. It's a wonderful state where you don't have to worry about the wall falling over at all. Now, I know we're being silly now, but sometimes it helps to be a little bit silly just to see how silly a particular situation is. I can't tell you this, that here in the UK, I can mention 3 things. First of all, many patients come to us, clinical hypnotists, after spending years at the hands of allopathic medicine. That's psychiatry and psychology, or indeed because they have a fear of dentists, they come to us. Clinical hypnotists, they come to us. Clinical hypnotists, they come. Second thing I want to say is that many times they're sent to us. They're sent to us, clinical hypnotists. They're sent to us by doctors. They're sent to us by psychologists. They are sent to us by dentists. They are sent to us by these people. With no interference from the British government, they're sent to see us, clinical hypnotists. And the third thing I want to say is that many times I have, and I know that colleagues of mine, we have doctors for patients. We have doctors, we have psychologists, and indeed dentists. They come to us themselves, clinical hypnotists, in order for us to treat them. In other words, they want to be treated by a professional. They want to be treated by a clinical hypnotist. The doctor doesn't want to be treated by the dentist for hypnosis. The dentist does not want to be treated by the doctor for hypnosis. They want to go and see a clinical hypnotist. And you know, there's an old saying that's that, you know, bad things happen when good people do nothing. I'm sure there's lots of good people in that Israeli government over there that would want to do the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do. But it would appear something's happened. Somebody somewhere has pressed the button, written some form of legislation, and they've just they've just got to have had it all completely and absolutely mixed up. So I would hope that the Israeli government itself steps in, that they stop taking advice from whomsoever they're taking advice from. Just stop taking that advice and instead step into the 21st century and allow the real specialists in the field of hypnosis, clinical hypnotists, to perform real hypnotherapy and help the people that you govern and are responsible for, and those are the people of Israel. So that's it, and good luck to everyone over there, and we hope that real soon you can get this whole mess sorted out and go ahead there and just start healing people freely.